Did you know, the story of Amazing Grace is one of the most powerful examples of personal transformation in history? It wasn't written by a lifelong saint, but by a man who once described himself as a wretch, John Newton. The author's dark past. Born in London in 1725, John Newton spent his youth as a rebellious and often profane sailor. He eventually became a captain in the transatlantic slave trade, transporting enslaved Africans across the ocean in horrific conditions. During this time, Newton was known for his cynicism and lack of faith. The turning point. In 1748, Newton was caught in a violent storm off the coast of Ireland. As the ship took on water and faced imminent destruction, he cried out to God, shouting, "Lord, have mercy on us." He survived the storm, an event he later called his great deliverance. While this was the beginning of his spiritual conversion, it wasn't an overnight change. He actually continued to captain slave ships for several more years before eventually leaving the sea due to health issues and a growing moral crisis. Redemption and the Song. Newton eventually became an Anglican priest in the small village of Olney, England. He became a close friend of the poet William Cowper, and together they wrote hymns for Newton's congregation. Amazing Grace was written in late 1772 to accompany a sermon Newton planned for New Year's Day, 1773. The lyrics were deeply autobiographical, reflecting his transition from a lost slave trader to a found man of faith. The evolution of the anthem. Interestingly, the version we know today sounds very different from Newton's original. The lyrics, the famous verse, "When we've been there 10,000 years," wasn't actually written by Newton. It was an anonymous verse from an African-American spiritual that was added to the song later in the 19th century. The melody, Newton's congregation likely chanted the words or sang them to a simple, forgotten tune. The iconic melody we use today, known as New Britain, was joined with the lyrics in 1835 by an American composer named William Walker. Legacy. John Newton spent the final decades of his life as a fierce abolitionist, working alongside William Wilberforce to end the British slave trade. He lived long enough to see the Slave Trade Act of 1807 pass, dying just 9 months later. He once said, "My memory is nearly gone, but I remember two things, that I am a great sinner, and that Christ is a great Savior."